Nest relaunched. And in sports, ladies soccer team falls to Grenada. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. This is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm Muka Schlupinder. Thanks for tuning in. The Bahamas scores high marks from a noted global ratings agency. Standard & Poor's latest report citing real positive trends. Speaking to S&P's findings, Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alquitas.
Showing a very strong economic recovery, a continued economic recovery, increased investment, increased employment, a very significant improvement in the budget performance, an improvement in our debt statistics, showing that our debt is growing more slowly, and basically a very positive trend in the economy.
Minister Alquitas acknowledging that while there are some challenges, efforts continue to improve the country's economic position.
So this report will serve as a significant confidence booster for the international investing community who is looking at the Bahamas, and as well the local investing community. It sends a message that the Bahamas economy has recovered strongly. It continues to recover. There's some very strong prospects ahead, and that's good news for all Bahamians.
In related news, second quarter trade data shows that the value of commodities brought into the Bahamas shot up by 35% to sit at a total of just over $1 billion. Accounting for 58% of total imports were mineral fuel, lubricants, and related materials, totaling $225 million, machinery and transport equipment at $219 million, and food and live animals at $193 million. Other categories accounting for $139 million, manufactured goods. In terms of exports, the total there, $247 million, an increase of 68%. Contributing the largest, machinery and transport equipment at $118 million, manufactured goods classified chiefly by $61 million in materials and $31 million in mineral fuels, lubricants, and related materials. There were, however, decreases in food and live animals and chemicals by 24% and 23%, respectively. Well, 30 correctional officers now armed with the necessary certification to recognize mental health illnesses and how to properly respond. Our Anthony Smith was at the prison for Wednesday's graduation and has more on just why the training was a must.
When the Bahamas Department of Corrections began averaging one murder of a mentally ill inmate every 3 months, officials knew something had to be done.
We had no choice but to seek help.
And that help came in the form of training in mental health management for some 30 correctional officers, to be exact. BDOC's officials reaching out to the American Correctional Association for help with a problem that seems to be rapidly increasing.
Right now, we were only concerned about maximum and the remand center with mental health challenges. But it's now spreading now to medium security.
At present, there are 149 inmates identified in BDOCs as having mental health challenges. Just this past January, a 44-year-old inmate died after complaining of chest pains following a fight at the prison. He was classified as being mentally ill. Mere months before him, in October of 2022, a man in his 40s facing similar challenges passed away from head injuries sustained in a fight.
It does trouble me every time Commissioner Clare or Deputy Commissioner Murray reports to me that another mentally challenged resident has been murdered in this facility, usually by another mentally challenged resident. We must stop that bleeding, and this is a first step.
But that's only a short-term fix. Here's the reality.
We don't have the best facilities to do our work. But, you know, I hope one day soon you will come with some good news for us to really put persons in the right places in the right facilities.
Now, in the works is a class of another 30 mental health trainees with the plans to train about 200 in total here at the prisons. The next step for Ministry of National Security officials, extending this program to the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the Defense Force. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
Meantime, a 24-year-old female is listed in stable condition in hospital after attempting suicide around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. According to authorities, the woman was at her Pinewood Gardens home when she ingested prescription medication in an attempt to end her life. Emergency personnel were called to the scene and the woman taken to hospital. The matter is under active investigation. Meantime, a tragic end to a cruise passenger's brief stay here in the Bahamas. A 29-year-old American male of Carbondale, Illinois, was found unresponsive near the ship's pool deck shortly after 10:30 Wednesday morning. He was later pronounced dead by the ship's doctor. Well, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, is clearing the air surrounding that widely circulated document that suggests a point incentive system for officers making the most stops or arrest. Confusion arose when the minister originally decried the bulletin as fake news, only for the Commissioner of Police to confirm its authenticity. While speaking to the press on the sidelines of an event at BDOCS Wednesday, Minister Munro clarified that his original comments reflected the fact that officers are not paid for any points racked up, comparing the system to a top performer reward scheme at other institutions.
The reality of it is this: if you have a policeman who's supposed to be a traffic policeman, who's supposed to be reporting drivers, how do you think we determine who's to be promoted? So if I have a traffic policeman who writes absolutely no tickets, and one who writes an abundance of tickets, 2 constables, and I have to decide who's going to be a corporal, these are markers for performance. What was being suggested was they were being paid money. As far as I'm aware, they're not paid money. As far as I'm aware, there's no budget to pay them money.
Still to come, ZNES launches its new programming. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you're trying to accomplish. We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Since they were on sale, Monique couldn't resist things she didn't need, and neither did Bruno. Hungry for deals? You better come and satisfy that hunger for only $20 at KFC before doing something crazy. Get 8 pieces of juicy, fresh, in-store prepared KFC fried chicken and hot golden fries for only $20. A finger-licking good deal.
Welcome to the all-new CBS Pro Store. We'll be introducing various products such as plywood, sheetrock, metal stud, and a whole array of bulk construction products. So you can expect the same high level of service that you have been receiving at CBS Bahamas. We originally opened the store in 1980 as our retail location. Hearing from our customers that they wanted us to cater more to contractors, we decided to open the CBS Pro Store here at Robinson Road. So come by and visit us at CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road, where we can help you build beautiful.
Before the big game, save big and shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Soy's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $3.99. So cheesy macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 89 cents. Best Value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 109. Whole watermelons, $6.99 each. Jamestown bacon, 16 ounce, $4.99. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Enter to win with Hellmann's and Knorr. Buy Hellmann's and Knorr rice or pesticides and take your receipt to purchase on Robinson Road. You could win one of 6 prizes. Enter today.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
2,500 primary students from 8 schools across the country are expected to benefit from the first phase of the proposed National School Breakfast pilot program to be launched next month. The students will receive a free hot and nutritious meal 3 days per week. Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, outlined the school selection process at today's Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing.
In New Providence, those schools are Columbus Primary, Ridgeland Primary, Sandilands Primary, and Albury Sales Primary. And in the islands, the schools that are going to be testing this program are Rollville Primary in Exuma, Holmes Rock Primary in Grand Bahama, Cherokee Sound Primary in Abaco, and Old Bight Primary in Cat Island. Now, the selection process of schools was carefully designed because the whole purpose is to test the outcomes and the efficacy of this program. And the schools were chosen based on data as to potential student challenges. And they targeted schools that had populations below 600 and where attendance rates were below 89.2% in the primary schools.
The government will spend $1 million and monitor the program daily to ensure quality instruction and that students have access to food as they attend school.
We want to be able to test and assess the effectiveness of this program as it meets a need, an anticipated need in our schools, particularly for those families where access to food may be a great challenge.
Well, it's a problem that has worsened over time, especially here in New Providence, but officials say they're committed to bringing an end to flooding woes. Carla Palmer has this update.
Consistent rain for even a short period of time now results in severe flooding in this part of town of Daswell Street, sandwiched between Bay Street and Shirley Street. Look, there's water still on the ground hours after raining. But in the coming weeks, that's all about to change for the better.
Well, I can say with the Bay Street area, we're looking to start some work on the DeVoe Street area within a matter of about a week or so. And that's something we're intending to do in Pinewood in the Palmdale area. That's when our maintenance contractors activated again, which is in a matter of about a week or so. We're going to be mobilizing them to address those areas quick, fast, and hurry because we're still in the hurricane season.
Flooding in New Providence has gotten progressively worse, but civil engineer with the Ministry of Public Works, Henry Moxey, says it's a problem soon to be rectified.
We're looking at comprehensively a plan for the Bay Street area, the downtown that spans from Nassau Street to the west up to Montague to the east. Bay Street to the north and Shirley Street to the south. So we're looking at, and Palmdale is included.
Moxie indicated the work to be done is extensive, and so planning is critical.
A lot of those drainage infrastructure have been there for many, many, many years. And so they need a lot of care and attention. And that's what we're providing. The maintenance part is just a preliminary approach. But the long term is to go and, as we've been doing in the past, assessing their condition and then coming up with a solution in order to improve upon what already exists.
Maintenance of the drains, Moxie noted, has and will continue to be key moving forward.
Recent time, we've continued our ongoing routine maintenance program where we have divided the island into 12 strategic zones. And with that, we have 12 private contractors whose their task is to go out and actually maintain the cleanliness of those drains so that when we do have heavy downpours, those drains can actually function as they were designed to. In addition to that, we're looking at additional drainage initiatives, trying to address flooding issues in areas that are prone to flooding, the Bay Street area, the Pinewood Garden area, the Coconut Grove area, and others area in Western New Providence and Southern New Providence, where we're trying to come up with strategies as to how we can best mitigate flooding.
Residents, especially in those flood-prone areas, and motorists are hopeful that once the work is finished, it will not flood so easily in these areas. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Well, they're known to till the soil and sow the seeds of progress in agriculture. Farmers across the country were honored for their hard work during the recent Agrarian Awards at the Margaritaville Resort. Hugh Moss secured the Governor General's Community Farm Award. Latoya Hutchinson won Backyard Farmer of the Year. H.O. Nash Junior High School can boast of holding the Best School Farm of the Year. The Prime Minister's Youth Female Farmer of the Year award went to Frederica Dames. And well-known pineapple farmer Diane Thompson, or Lady Di, was elated to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. Her message to farmers: never give up.
Anybody who come to me for help, a little checking the ground, because see, I just check my ground. You know, check your soil, make sure it's deep enough. I love farming, baby, and when I die and I go to heaven, and I see Adam, Eve, or maybe Steve, I will say, I go over there where the farm is.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis and newly appointed Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister the Honourable Jomo Campbell thanked these farmers and those across the country for their contribution to national development.
Our goals are to move towards sustainable food production, attain national food security, and drastically reduce food imports. We envision a future where local food systems are resilient and self-reliant. These awards are a testament to the government's dedication to supporting and recognizing true champions of food production in our communities.
Our propensity to import instead of producing what we most need to sustain ourselves is not something that we can end in an instant. But your continuing efforts are examples that we can grow our own food and that true food security in the Bahamas.
And you can tune into the ZNS Television Network this Monday, September 25th, to watch the Agrarian Awards ceremony. Well, the Small Business Development Center marks a major milestone with a soiree at Margaritaville Beach Resort. SBDC Executive Director Samantha Roll says 5 years represent an important step in its objective to help local SMEs thrive.
We have successfully been able to fund over 2,000 clients through our programs. In addition to that, we have funded in the tune of $81.5 million to entrepreneurs in order for them to fulfill their dreams. And I think that's amazing.
And speaking of major milestones, ZNS readying itself for a big programming changes to be unveiled later this evening. Our Vaughn Albury tells us more.
Thanks, Makosla. We are indeed live here at Margaritaville, downtown Nassau, for the relaunch of ZNS TV's programming. With me, the senior producer of these shows, the local shows, In fact, there are a number of shows, almost 18 shows. There are a number of local shows. With me, senior producer Tanya Smith-Cartwright. What's going on in the room behind us?
Well, Vaughn, we are about to relaunch, as you said, relaunch ZNS programming with a slate of new shows and spiced up some of the shows that were already in existence. So everybody is in there with a bated breath, waiting to see what we are coming up with.
In fact, before we get into the shows, who's inside?
Oh, we have a number of government officials. We have a lot of our top-tier clients. We have future advertisers. I mean, they're all excited.
Okay, but advertisers, most important group in there for me. Tell us, what are some of these new shows that, which I understand will run daily?
Okay, so we have a lot of new live shows, right? A lot of live shows, which is very important. They are coming up this fall. We are starting off at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. We have shows like Unleashed, which is a show that everyone is, waiting on to see what's going to happen there. We have a really spicy host for that show. He is going to talk about things that make headlines and whatnot. That's going to be followed by a lifestyle show, which is going to have your fantastic, it's called What's Trending, Lifestyles in the Afternoon. So that's where you're going to get your fashion, your romance, education, exercise, fitness, everything is going to be rolled up. We're going to have a live DJ for that one.
Sounds young and sexy.
Very young and sexy. So that's going to be fantastic. Then we have some legal shows. The Legal Brief, we have Judge Carol, which is going to actually try real cases, which is, something new for TV, local TV.
And interesting.
Yes.
The viewers, I am certain, will love that.
Yes, I'm sure they will love that. We're going to have a cooking show called Dishing It Up. A lot of Bahamian meals and gourmet meals as well. So listen, this is going to be a new ZNS, and the staff are all excited and perky. I can't wait.
Indeed, General Manager Clint Watson has really gotten together a full team, which includes a lot of creatives, many of them young Bahamians. Tell us about the work they did and the creative juices they brought to the fore.
When I said a new ZNS, I meant that, right? There's a lot of new staff that is, added to the already talented staff. We have a lot of young people that have joined the staff, very creative people, graphic artists, creatives, they're all lend their creative juices, if you may, to these new shows.
There you go. So this is the relaunch of ZNS new television fall lineup, but it all begins in the next month or so. But guess what? It's something done especially with you in mind, our viewers, our valued viewers. So from Margaritaville, I'm Vaughn Albury, ZNS Network News.
Some real good stuff there, Tanya and Vaughn. Well, Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, Bahamas Government Departmental Basketball Association playoffs in full tilt. Details ahead in sports.
The fastest fiber covering the Bahamas. Do more, play more, stream more with BTC.
BTC is routinely recruiting young, aspiring talent for the LLA graduate program. This program provides vast on-the-job training and a vault of experience.
I went to the University of the Bahamas and I studied computer information systems, and I graduated with my Bachelor of Business Administration with credit last May. So I applied to the LLA program. It just seemed like a great opportunity to be able to come into a company and get mentored and learn in different departments for the next 2 years. It's something that no other company I've ever heard of has offered. So that was really exciting to me, and that's why I decided to apply. What I'm looking forward to the most is learning in different departments. So I know you're supposed to switch every 6 months and learn from different people, so I feel like that's extremely different, and I definitely want to create a future at BTC, and I just look forward to what's to come.
My experience for this 1 year that I've been here so far, it's been
I'd say a lot of ups and downs, and I felt like I'd grown a lot through this situation, through these experiences. Started with my first team, when I started with SMB, I'm not very good with public speaking, but I was in a lot of public speaking situations. It helped me grow a lot. It made me more confident in myself, more confident in my words. With my second rotation, this rotation actually helped me a lot with organization and time management, helping to set up time and set up everything and make sure things are done in a timely manner. It helps me organize not just my work life, but my actual personal life too. So I'd say overall the experience has been great, not just in terms of career, but in terms of personally too. My advice to anyone that would like to be a part of this program would be that you stay focused, manage your time, and you use the connections that you will build throughout this company.
Congratulations again, and we look forward to seeing you do great things with us. Faster, stronger, more reliable, together unstoppable. I'm Corval Pyfrom. Be well, and be back here next. BTC Connection.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
When you combine decadence, luxury, passion, and attention to detail, you've described Café Channy Noël and Patisserie. Signature authentic French macarons, croissants, pastries for breakfast and lunch will take you on a European Epicurean journey. Enjoy your favorite handcrafted cocktails, coffees, cappuccinos, espressos, and lattes. Life is sweet at Café Channy Noël. Disasters strike with little to no warning. We hope for the best, but should be prepared for the worst. And you understand that an always online communication system plays a critical role in business as usual when emergencies occur. At Teleport One, we can prepare your business to operate as normal with our many voice, data, and video solutions. Contact us today and let our team ensure that you operate business as usual. 502-4550 or email sales@teleportone.com.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The Bishop of Motivation, Spence Finlayson Reading Club to be launched by month's end at the T.A. Thompson Junior High School. Finlayson says he has attracted volunteers from various fields, accounting to business to medicine, to volunteer their time to read to students in what he sees as a worthwhile effort.
Program will work well. We kick it off in the morning with a social and with little refreshments for the kids, of course. And then we actually read, and I'll have a celebrity reader read. And then we will discuss it afterwards and asking questions to see how well they comprehend the reading. I just did one just as a reader over at Stephen Dillard and was just phenomenal. I mean, those kids had so much energy. They were excited, and we're just going around. So this is what it's all about. I believe that reading helps significantly in a person's development.
A policeman in pursuit of one day becoming a doctor is hosting a Japanese-themed variety show with the hopes of transitioning from in-person to learning to virtual studies at medical school come January. We caught up with Maneri Lightborn at one of his practice sessions.
I have been a police officer now for the past 5 years, and I've always been interested in medicine. So what I did was I studied to be an emergency medicine technician so that I'd be able to help the police force as a medic. And now my passion as a doctor is really being, brought to the forefront. So I've got accepted into medical school. So I'm in the process of now transitioning from being from being a police officer to the doctor.
The variety show to be held at the Atlantis Theater. Lightborn, who is a third-degree black belt, says he's combined different portions of his life to pull it all together.
We have a team of performing artists from the Manji Circus Arts, as well as Rhythm and Motion Studios, and other entertainment backgrounds. They're assisting me and sponsoring me and helping me to make this show happen. So we're going to have acrobatics, we're going to have jugglers, limbo dancers, the whole 9 yards.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Are you a Bahamian artist? Do you love your Bahamian culture? Are you ready for an opportunity of a lifetime? Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group cordially invites you to submit your unreleased Rake and Scrape single now and join the League of Extraordinary Musical Talents. We're seeking authenticity, innovation, and the quintessential Bahamian flair that sets your music apart. To showcase your talent on Island Jams Volume 3. So, simply share your private YouTube, SoundCloud links, or MP3 with us via email at keepthevibelive242@gmail.com. Our ears are tuned to greatness, and we can't wait to discover the next star to grace our Island Jams album series. Join hands with the best of the best as we craft a musical journey that echoes through time. Don't miss your chance to shine among the brightest musical talents. Songwriters, producers, artists, and become a part of Island Jams Volume 3.
Sometimes life hints at your next step, sending you signs all around, even in unexpected places, to lead you in the right direction. The signs are clear. It's time to pay less for your current mortgage and switch to Scotiabank. Enjoy lower interest rates and no payments up to 2 months when you switch your mortgage to Scotiabank. Plus, we'll even pay your switch costs. Paying less gives you more when you switch to Scotiabank.
Many of us, we rely on our jobs to take care of ourselves and those who depend on us. It's no different for persons with disabilities. Still, there are often additional barriers and not their physical challenges that are sometimes prohibiting otherwise competent, productive, resourceful people from gainful employment. But disability inclusion consultant Erin Brown says it's time to do something about it. And it starts, she says, by reimagining the way we look at this demographic of our society.
Stakeholders will come in many ways, many avenues, but what we must remember is inclusive education, inclusive communication, inclusive branding, the way that we provide the information and the way that the information comes back.
Brown, who heads the University of the Bahamas' Office of Disabilities and Compliance, is also pushing for an improvement in the research and reporting portal for hireable persons with disabilities as a way of increasing access. Information dissemination is another crucial area, Brown says, that has to be assessed.
We need to ensure that data collection also provides disaggregated data, because we all need that when it comes to our result-based mechanisms that we're using to say who's there, what do they need.
Well, yesterday, Labor Minister Pia Glover-Roll announced that the government intends to create a national apprenticeship program to improve the country's skills bank. Brown is happy for the inclusion of persons with disabilities in the program. Meantime, officials from the Ministry of Health continuing efforts to fill the gaps in the public health care system throughout the country. Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says the move is necessary as members of the global community are also recruiting from the Bahamas. Dr. Darville also indicating that the Emergency Medical Technician Program is progressing well and will be launched soon.
And this would transform ground transportation throughout the country. The days will soon be gone when our loved ones in the family islands throw their loved one on the back of a truck and take them to the airport where they can get air transport. We are going to implement an emergency medical transport system, ground transport system across the archipelago, and I am so pleased that finally the procurement process to purchase all these ambulances that be deployed throughout the family islands is near completion after 22 months.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. We have partly cloudy skies this evening. The temperature at 85 degrees, relative humidity at 61%, northwest winds at 2 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,015.3 millibars. That is 29.97 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 82 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Greenville, Key and Abaco, Marsh, Abaco at 84 degrees. The Berry Islands, 85. Alistown, Bimini, 78 degrees. 87 in Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Black Point, Exuma, and Kemps Bay, St. Andros reporting 88, 87 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Alistown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey at 86. Georgetown, Exuma, 89 degrees. 86 in Ragged Island. Cloudstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Meguana, very warm at 91. Also, Ackles, 91. Matthew-Town, Inagua, 86. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 90 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight, right through Saturday, those winds going to remain light and variable with flat seas 1 to 3, but we'll still have some moderate swells out there. Low tide, that will occur at 7:16 this evening. Another low tide at 7:08 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern islands through Saturday, a southeast component at 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving Sand Dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi, though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call it, cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Atlantic agents and brokers. Good like that.
Hi, everyone. When heading to Florida to shop for your essentials, book your transportation with GoGoFlorida.com. The $100 cash deposit is back now on your debit card. Accepted at Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Now, there are lots of options to choose from, but I like the Tesla X, the electric vehicle, because I don't have to worry about gassing up. Or the Jeep Compass, seating 5 with lots of space for your luggage or shopping bags. For the best deals, book now at GoGoFlorida.com, BahamasAir.com, and also available at Bahamas Air Sales Office.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Our commercial customers are excited about the new CBS Bahamas website. Now, account managers can add sub-users, set purchasing permissions, and bulk add items to their cart for quick and easy checkout.
Our new website is faster, smarter, and it's even easier to browse our products. You can earn reward points with every purchase. Plus, we now have a 24/7 AI-powered chat assistant. Visit the new cbsbahamas.com today.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Last night, Bahamas Government Departmental Basketball Association continuing with playoffs at the AF Valley Gym. A couple of teams looking to get that second series off to a good start. Let's see how it went down. Here's Charles Fisher.
Good seats in the gym for two good playoff games. Let's start with the Bamboo Shark Patrollers in the gray trying to avoid the sweep. Kareem Lightbourne with the bucket. Jamon King then connects from top of the key, looking like we are going to have a game 4. Cyborg's Keith and Gray says enough of that. He finds the bottom of the net. Baines and Groundstown yet to lose in these playoffs, and everything have been going their way. Patrollers really keeping this one close with their season on the line. Inbound pass to Giorgio Walks, and with number 23 on the back of his jersey, a Jordan move. He had 15 on the night. Cyborgs now starting to play their game inside to Cadero and off the glass for the lead. Patrollers not ready to throw in the towel, not just yet, still playing hard on the foul. Bamboo Shark trailing by just 6 with under 3 minutes left to play. But their effort would fall short as the Cyborgs take this game 94-85 and the series 3-zip for Coach Watson.
Up to the Patrollers, man. Those young guys, they're really, really good. And it really tells the tale that, you know, basketball is a young man's sport. Being a grandson Cyborgs game to do what we're supposed to do, and we did it, and we ended the series. We lost the championship last year, but we're poised to go back and try our best to win the championship. Both teams in the second round, second session, pretty good. But we're not going to take anybody for granted. We're going to just take it one quarter at a time.
Yeah, those two teams, Police Crime Stoppers in the red in a must-win, and the reigning champs, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Panthers, in the green. Panthers came out flat, and Furley Bain and the Crime Stoppers took that to their advantage. Police guarding the rim like they protect our streets, and you're locked up, and Dion McPhee going the other way, out of the glass for 2 of his side-high 18. This game not even close, as the Crime Stoppers pull it off 82-56. This series all even 2-2.
This game is a must-win. As you can see, we were down 2-1, but like Rudy John says, never underestimate the heart of a champion. I think my guys, they dug deep, and I had some support from some persons who, my stars like Kirk Farrington and Austin Baker, who pulled up during the game. But I was crying and crying for them to show up to the game from the season start. And now they're here. I'm happy that we are still in it. So they should have closed out tonight. They should have closed out tonight because we can take it on Friday.
So it comes down to one game Friday to see who will face the Sidewalks in the championship. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Senior women's national soccer team taken to the pitch at home for the first time in 3 decades. Women facing Grenada in their CONCACAF World Gold Cup opener. Rough going for the Bahamas. They fell behind 2-0 early. They would score a goal off the foot of Demetra McClure, though, in the 44th minute. That, however, would be all the offense they would generate. Grenada pulls away for the 6-1 victory. 2 squads will run it back again on Sunday, this time in Grenada. Meanwhile, with the Pan Am Games set to take place next month in October, a lot of track athletes have already shut down their seasons. Bahamas Olympic Committee President Ramel Fish-Knowles addressing exactly how they plan to put together the best team possible.
The dates have been approved by all of the international federations, so our hands are bound in that regard. So we take the best of what is available, unfortunately. And then it's so close to the Olympic Games. Obviously, the track season is winding down, or probably closed now, the last Fontaine competition. You have to give the athletes time to recuperate, and so we'll probably look at some developing athletes who are about to make their mark and compete from there, notwithstanding that the Olympics is only a couple of 7-8 months away.
And that's it, your Thursday check on sports. Don't go anywhere. We do have to look at the weather. That's coming up right after this.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
In September 2019, Hurricane Dorian left an indelible mark on the Bahamas and the people of Grand Bahama and Abaco.
I have never seen a storm intensify like that. Like I was angry.
The house got destroyed, and we lived in the car for 2 days.
A piece of wood from a dock just floated by. I just grabbed it and held on to it, and the wave just took me straight to the back of the property.
We had a storage in the back, and while we were looking through the window, all of a sudden the whole entire structure just twisted and went through the bush.
I ended up with 475 persons inside Church of the Sentinel, which was packed to capacity.
Wind came in the house, blew out 2 sheets of plywood. House started to leak. Houses were off the foundation and gone. House bust wide open. Half of the house missing.
The electric wire come loose and started wrapping around the house. I said, Lord, what this is, man? This a demon.
Hurricanes are serious, and we need to prepare for them.
Think of what could happen to the structure that you're in. Think about what your needs will be before, during, and after.
Listen to our weather people when they tell you to evacuate.
If you have stuff that you need to secure, secure it. Secure that when you move, it moves with you.
Be wise and have something put aside in the event that a storm comes that you can at least manage yourself to some period of time of 3 months or whatever the case may be.
You should have your important documents ready at any time for any movement that needs to happen, especially during June 1st to November 30th.
Hi, my name is Dr. Trevor Johnson, a disaster management specialist with the Inter-American Development Bank and a proud Bahamian. Here's a list of 6 considerations to help you get ready for disasters.
Get the list of all approved shelters in your community or island. Ensure that your disaster kit is ready. Although the government will do its best to provide relief after a disaster, humanitarian aid may take time.
Don't forget to make sure that your hurricane insurance policy is up to date.
Ensure you've made repairs to your house and property. If you can, invest in hurricane-proof windows and shutters.
Stay connected to the news and follow the government's alerts on the radio, social media, and television.
If you or a family member have reduced mobility to move away from danger, please make sure that you have a plan in place should a disaster strike. For more information, visit www.nema-bahamas.info.
This message has been brought to you by the Inter-American Development Bank and the Government of the Bahamas.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we get you started in the tropics, and Nigel's still hanging in there. It's packing winds of 85 miles per hour, moving rather quickly towards the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. And once again, no threat to land, but we'll see some weakening of that system over the next couple of days. And then we have an area of low pressure, this one to the north of the Bahamas, and the Hurricane Center is giving us a 60% chance of becoming a tropical storm over the next couple of days. The good news is it's moving towards the north and away from the Bahamas, but could make land fall somewhere near the Carolina area in the next couple of days. But once it moves inland, rapid weakening of that system is expected. And over in the far eastern Atlantic, we have a strong tropical wave off the African coast that's advancing towards the west. And we're giving this a 70% chance of developing over the next several days, so we'll keep our eyes on this wave very, very closely. And closer to home, we still have that area of weakness across the Bahamas, which will support pockets of showers and thunderstorms for the next couple of days. Tonight, we are looking at partly cloudy, a thunderstorm developing late with your low temperature around 81 degrees. And tomorrow it's going to be a mixed bag of cloud and sunshine with occasional showers, particularly during the morning hours. High temperature tomorrow, 86 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, those showers hanging in there right through the weekend, off and on. Monday, things look a lot better, a lot drier, but the showers return on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week with daytime temperatures in the upper 80s. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. Students at the legendary Government High School this week got some life lessons outside the classroom. It's an exercise that separates the students across gender lines, enabling each group to freely express themselves. Corval Pyfrom reports ultimately the goal is to help them all understand each other and life better.
This exercise is meant to empower, educate, uplift, and of course, these are teenagers, so to entertain.
From last year we started it. It was very successful last year and we did it again this year. And it's really informative for the kids and it really gets them, having them separated into different groups. You could really talk about things that are individualized to them because boys and girls different.
The Ministry of Education last year mandated such activities take place in public schools across the country. Bring students together, design topics to engage them, and presenters to inspire them. On day 2 of Government High School's 2-day event, youth pastor Marisha Walker commanded these 10th, 11th, and 12th grade female students full attention.
It's so important for our young women to know and understand how important it is to value themselves, to love themselves, to place a price on access. And I think it has a major influence on our society, on our nation, when women know what they are worth.
This exercise has been spread over 2 days, splitting the students into gender groups. Organizers say that way it can allow for more pointed focus and candid discussion.
It's okay to cry.
It's okay to feel bad and not want to talk all the time, but it's important to also express those feelings as well.
Nowadays, in this society, like with social media and everything, young ladies have lost their self-esteem, their self-worth and everything, and they don't value their body and their self. They look at other people's life, which is very fake on social media.
Being real with these students, Walker says, is the only way the message will stick.
Nothing's being sugarcoated now in 2023, especially with exposure to the internet and the things that these young people are seeing. Why should we sugarcoat things? Yes, I am a youth pastor. Yes, I love God, but I got to be real in order to reach young people. And so it's necessary that we straight up. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We don't pretend like what's happening ain't happening. We got to be real.
With these students, it appears the message resonated.
I feel like today was a mind opener for many.
And with these activities woven into the school's annual calendar, hopefully more minds will be opened too. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Well, thanks, Corville, and that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.